find out. There is a recipient here, Mr. Koza. I think it's easy to track who Mr. Koza is. Then you can get to the bottom of this. But saying I'm hiding something, that is not fair.
But Mr. Koza didn't send these POPs, you did.
No, I'm saying the recipient is Mr. Koza. So this money, what was this money for? I think Mr. Koza can know that. I wouldn't know that. So,
in all fairness to me, I didn't ask you that. I never asked you what the money was for. The only question I asked you, and what you and I are debating, is why you sent these particular documents to Mr. Msibi. I never asked you what the money was for.
But you said I'm hiding something.
I said you are hiding behind your lack of recollection. Yes.
If I don't remember, I don't remember. There's nothing I can do. I am not hiding that.
If we move on, then...
Before we move on, Mr. Matlala, the difficulty is, it's a lot of money involved here. And I said to you earlier, unless you are in the business of forwarding notifications for many businesses, if you are in that business, so it's what you used to do as a matter of course, then perhaps there's room to forgive that you don't remember. And because it's this amount of money, it's people that you know, it's very difficult to accept that you have absolutely no recollection of it. Where it came from, what it was about, what you were asked. You don't even remember how. You say, I don't know, maybe someone asked me to forward it. But it's difficult to accept that that is a truthful and complete answer from you. It's a lot of money that you have forwarded. Mr. Maumela is your contact. Mr. Msibi is your contact. You have dealings with both of them, Mr. Msibi and Mr. Maumela. You had and you have dealings with them. There is no scenario, plausible scenario, where you have absolutely no recollection of how a total of nearly 3 million rand, you have absolutely no recollection of how it came about that you are sharing. You're the one that's forwarding payment notifications to Mr. Msibi. It's just unbelievable, I must say, that you have no recollection whatsoever. It's one thing to offer possibilities. You say, well, we have these dealings and that dealings, maybe it's one of them, but to sit there and say, I have absolutely no recollection, it's just unbelievable. You may comment if you want to say anything.
Yes, Commissioner. I think if it was my money, I will remember. And the second thing is, if the commission will assist me, like I'm saying, Mr. Koza, if I knew that maybe Mr. Koza, if maybe I will know who Mr. Koza is, I might remember what this money is for. But this is not my money, and it's not the first time seeing 3 million or 4 million that it will make me to remember. I've made a lot of transactions more than this, so which are mine. So this is not my transaction even. So to remember it, I don't. If it was something which it is first time seeing 3 million, I will say, oh, that is the first time seeing someone sending 2 million to someone else. But it's not the first time. So it's not something that is a highlight in my life, seeing someone sending someone 2 million rands. So I need to have a reason why I should remember this. But I honestly can't. This is not something that I'm not hiding anything behind this.
I'll offer you a reason why you should remember.
Yes.
At page 122, you say to Mr. Msibi, on the same day,
yes,
it's the same day of those payments, you say, this one is the account Morgan sent to deposit money into. So on that day, you, Mr. Msibi and Mr. Maumela are discussing monies and payments of monies. That should jog your memory, what it was about. But even that 122, you say, I don't remember it. I'm prepared to accept that you deal with big numbers, and so 3 million would not shock you. It would shock me. I would absolutely remember because I don't deal with those kind of numbers. But I accept that you say you deal with big numbers, so it's unfair maybe to expect you to remember. But at 122, you send a message that says Maumela has nominated an account into which payment must be made. On the same day, you are forwarding proof of payments that are made. Recipient is Agrippa. Mr. Maumela is referenced. On the same day, you must be able to remember something. You can comment.
Commissioner Baloyi, firstly, when I say it's not the first time seeing someone transacting, I'm not saying this in an arrogant manner. I'm boosting. I'm not putting it that way. I'm trying to explain that it will mean something if it was the first time seeing someone dealing with such amount of money. But because I'm in the business world, not not in a way that I'm trying to, I'm boasting or something. I'm not putting it in that way. I'm saying, for me to remember, it must be something which maybe it was the first time seeing it happening or something. That is the first thing.
And I do accept that, and I wasn't suggesting, and I never understood you as boasting. I do accept you saying that's not how you mean it. But exactly my point. How many times has Mr. Maumela nominated accounts that you have to share that information with Mr. Msibi? At 122, you say, this is the account Morgan sent to deposit money into. That's what you say in 120 and 122. And the simple point I make to you is, unless Mr. Maumela did this very often with you, on the assumption this is the only one where he has given an account number that you have to communicate to Mr. Msibi to make payment. On that assumption, I expect you to remember. It's difficult for me to accept that you do not remember. You may comment.
I have nothing to say, Commissioner, but the honest truth is I do not remember.
That's your answer, thank you.
Chair, maybe I misunderstood what Ms. Baloyi was saying. She said that it was an account that was nominated for him to go and make payment in. That is not what I understood the evidence.
I didn't say that, and the witness understood me and answered. I didn't say that.
Thank you. Before we leave this topic, you recall that I referred you to page 154, and 154, same file, is that FNB confirmation, account confirmation letter. I don't know how to pronounce that. I apologize if I mispronounce it, whether it's Lutaga or Lutaga Trading Enterprise Pty Limited. You see that?
I see it.
Did I understand you to say that you don't know this company?
Yes, I don't.
What would you say, what would your comment be if I suggested that there is evidence that this company paid monies into accounts of companies associated with you?
The companies that I own.
Yes, or you are associated with.
It's fine. It will assist me to remember, but I don't know this account.
Also, they could potentially have made that payment and you still don't know who this company is.
Commissioner, I don't know if by now you have my bank statements. You'll check. There's plenty of payments going to my account from different businesses. So if maybe you will jog my memory or show me something, and then I will tell you who is the owner of this company. That I wouldn't hide it. But for now, I don't know this company.
Okay, I noted that in response, I think, to Commissioner Baloyi's question, you did highlight the fact that you deal in huge amounts. And perhaps you are not as pedantic as some of us who deal in lesser zeros might be. But are you suggesting to the commissioners that you are willing to accept for the moment that this company could potentially have paid significant amounts to a company associated with you? You can't deny it outright as you sit there.
I can't because I don't know, yes.
Okay. Did you have any dealings with this company, and if so, of what nature?
I don't know this company, and I'm saying if you maybe can remind me, then I will tell you what is this for, but I don't know this company.
I don't know if it is to remind you or whether what you're asking of me is to prove the payments before you can admit whether or not they were made. That's exactly what you're asking me, aren't you?
Yes, something to prove
Yes.
that I might know this.
So basically what you are saying is, as you look at this company, the businessman that you are, you cannot say to these commissioners whether or not you've had any business dealings with this company.
Of course, yes.
Okay. And if I were to then prove to you payments made, it's correct to assume then you'll have a difficulty in explaining to the commissioners on what basis payments were made to your companies. Because you don't know the company, you don't know the business dealings, so you'll not be in a position to explain why your companies receive money from this particular company.
We'll have to check the recipient reference. That might help me to remember.
And if it doesn't help you remember, then that's it, we are stuck.
But it's worth a try than not doing anything.
No, I'm trying to, before I go down a rabbit hole, I want to know where you are sending me and for what purpose. Because, let me explain, I would expect a businessman of your caliber to know precisely who you are dealing with and who your companies receive money from and for what purpose. But I will accept that you have absolutely no clue until proof is provided to you. And even that proof of payment just might trigger your memory. That's my take out. of this conversation?
Of course, yes.
Okay. It's an interesting proposition. If we go to page 123, there is an attachment there at chart 1, and that attachment is printed out and appears from page 155. Have you located page 123? Or file 1, the same chat file that we are working on?
Page 123, yes.
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 Now, you see the first chat there, it's got an attachment, it's headed CAT VIP Lounge Proposal or Tambo.
Yes.
And I just pointed out that that actual proposal, which is an attachment there, projecting nucleus, is printed and is in your file 155.
Ms. Bowe, can we project, please?
Apologies for the delay, Chair. Have you found page 155?
Yes, I do.
So I'm saying that is the proposal that is attached and referred to at page 123. Can you, we have flipped through it. It is a proposal, I don't know, it's called CAT VIP Protection Lounge Proposal. Are you able to, I don't want to draw conclusions based on what's written in this. What is this about and why are you sharing it with Mr. Msibi? Did he have an interest in this proposal or this venture?
No, he didn't have interest.
Say that again?
He didn't have interest.
So, and you shared it for the sake of sharing it?
To show him what am I busy with.
Now, sometimes your voice...
I'm saying I wanted to show him what is my new project that I'm busy with.
Okay, so you were just sharing your projects with him?
Yes.
Was it by any chance seeking advice or seeking investment in the project?
No, not seeking advice or finance. I was just sharing it with him to show him what am I currently busy with.
Did he ever invest in this venture?
No.
I didn't.
No, he didn't.
Okay, and lastly, I think on these chats, if you go to page 183, now 183 arises from the chats at page 121. There is a document there, second chat, and it's headed SAD 500. You see that?
Yes.
And that SAD 500 is reproduced at page 183, printed at 183. And as you know, the SAD 500 is a customs declaration form. Confirmed?
Yes, I confirm.
And this would appear to be the SAD 500, as I say, which is a customs declaration form in respect of the aeroplane, the jet that was acquired by Alpha from this other entity in Angola.
Of course.
Yeah. Now I see that the exporter there is an Angolan company with a Portuguese name. I will not attempt it, but you see under item 8, importer is identified as Alpha 1 Group. Now you said you had opportunity to go view this, the aeroplane, on the basis of which Alpha and the seller had concluded that agreement we looked at. Is this the aeroplane?
No, Commissioner. I said I didn't even go to view the aircraft.
Oh, you didn't? Not that you did.
Yes.
Oh, my mistake. Okay. I want to leave them Msibi charts, the commissioners, unless there are other questions to the witness.
Can I just put this to you, the appearances? You testified previously that your only relationship with Mr. Msibi was your VIP CAT protection and the protection services that you provided to him. Are you prepared to accept that these chats that you've been going through with Ms. Silla in fact indicate that you have more than that as a relationship with him? You are sharing with him payment notifications that have Mr. Maumela in them as a referee. You are sharing with him, or he's sharing with you, documents to do with the purchase of a jet. You are now sharing with him what you say was your proposal for a lounge. And we know earlier on you spoke about having introduced him or Mr. Maumela to him, and now they're talking about selling each other vehicles, that in fact, it is not an accurate reflection, what you gave us at first, that all I was a service provider and no more, that in fact your relationship was more than that. Are you prepared to accept that? Are you or are you not? Maybe let me pose this as a question, that this exchange you've had with Ms. Sillo and what I've listed suggests more than just an ordinary security provider relationship between you and Mr. Mswazi. In fact, there's also reference previously, and I think you've told us that, where your speedboat, I think it's a speedboat or jet, lands up, or his lands up at your farm. All of that is more than my relationship with ADT, where they are just a service provider and no more. You have more of a relationship than him, than what you told us.
I testified about the speedboat.
I think his speedboat or his bike at your farm, and Mr. Nkosi having to buy batteries. We have all of that information. You also testified to that at the ad hoc committee. So that's what is in the public domain. All of that taken together, what I'm putting to you is whether you are prepared to concede that the impression you gave us first, the impression that you've given us when you first were asked about the nature of your relationship with Mr. Mswazi was not an accurate reflection of your relationship, insofar as you said all it is I'm a service provider. I was a service provider to him of security services. You may.
Yes, Commissioner, I just didn't say that. I also said most of the time I'll go be with him, and then he even called me a son, but he was not my friend. That's what I said. But I said also that I didn't have any businesses with him except for him rendering services for him. So the relationship, maybe we don't define it the same. So I wouldn't say Mr. Msibi was my friend because I sent him a WhatsApp or because he borrowed me his speedboat. So that doesn't make him my friend.
I accept that was your answer, that he's not your friend, and I really am not in a position to quarrel about it because I don't know anything about your personal relationship with him. I'm speaking to the transactions, that including what you said yesterday, you tried something. There's a transaction, I think yesterday or last week, you said, well, there was an attempt to do a transaction to buy a jet that did not succeed. So I'm speaking to all of those activities, including you sharing with him what we have seen now, to say they speak to or indicate a relationship which is more than just you being a personal security provider to him. That's all I'm putting to you. And asking, are you prepared to accept? That's what it indicates. I'm not trying to catch you. So please don't try and think where am I going with this. I'm being as transparent with you as possible, that we have looked at several things, exchanges. You have given us explanations to some of it, some you don't remember, and all I'm putting is when you look at all of that, they must lead to an impression, if not a conclusion, that in fact your relationship was not just as a personal security provider or even his taxes, if that's what you were providing, security to his taxes. There was more to your relationship than just a security provider.
Commissioner, then I think my definition of a relationship is something else. So maybe we had to first, before I make any comment regarding that, understand what is the definition of a relationship. Because I cannot say because I called him or he borrowed me a speedboat or I sent him a WhatsApp, then we have more than a relationship. I know people who had more relationship with Mr. Msibi, then I cannot compare that with what I had with him. So my view is, when you say more of a relationship, I will always go and check the people that I know. He had more relationship with them than myself. Then I know that, no, I'm not even close to that. So I think my definition of relationship. That's what made me to say, to comment what I said earlier.
Let me say it differently. You had dealings with Mr. Msibi outside of your VIP cat protection services that you were offering him. You had other dealings with him. You tried to get into a business venture to buy a plane together. That's your testimony, right? You tried to do a business deal with him.
Yes.
Yes, that's all I'm saying. You were forwarding proofs of payment, and that has nothing to do with you being VIP protection services when you forward these messages, that these proofs of payment that you say you do not remember. So the only point I'm making is you were not just a security provider to him. You had other interactions with him that had nothing to do with your services as a service provider for protection services. You had other dealings with him, some attempt at doing business together, some you were conduit for proofs of payment from somebody to him. All of that indicate you had other dealings with him. Forget relationship. You had other dealings with him. Mr. Matlala, that should not be difficult.
Yes, yeah, dealings are had, yes, but it has to go back to a relationship because we tried to purchase an aircraft. Yes, I take that. So that is a deal.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Mr.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. So I would like to leave the chats with Mr. Msibi there for the moment and invite us to move on to another topic. And for this purpose, I would invite you to pull out your original
So
statement.
we put away part A of file, what we're dealing with now. We put it
The
out.
chat?
Yes.
No, Chair.
Oh,
Yeah.
we keep it.
Well, we just sort of wrapped up the topic on Mr. Msibi, but we'll be going back to that file shortly.
All right.
Thank you, Chair. Have you located your statement, your original statement? It's the file, the thin file that reads Regulation 10.6 notice and statement and annexure.
Yes, I have.
We at page 15. And page 15, you are dealing with, you are responding to what you were asked at paragraph 2.5.2 of the notice. And you were asked to describe your relationship with Mr. Motsumi and other detail. To be precise, 2.5 required you to speak to the nature and extent of your relationship with certain individuals listed there. There are 9 of them, including your communications. And Mr. Motsumi is reflected at paragraph 2.5.2.
Yes, I confirm that.
And your response is that one paragraph where you state, I confirm that I know Mr. Motsumi and I have done a commercial transaction with him wherein his company had lent and advanced one of my companies an amount of 5 million rand. That's what you stated.
Yes.
And by being so brief, are you suggesting that that is the extent of your relationship with Mr. Motsumi?
Yes, it was a business relationship.
Do you, besides the 5 million loan advanced to one of your companies, do you have any other relationship, even if it's a business relationship?
Yes, a business relationship, yes.
Why didn't you deal with it at paragraph 19?
I think
The nature and extent of that business relationship?
because it never materialized.
You can't have a business relationship that did not materialize.
Okay, Commissioner,
Mr. Matlala, you know, if I may, I apologize for interrupting you. Earlier, you called me Advocate Sello and you corrected yourself and said, Commissioner, actually, you were correct the first time around. I'm not a commissioner. They are the commissioners. You're going to get me into trouble.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
thanks. Yes, you may.
Yes, I did not mention the other businesses because it's something which we wanted to do, but it never materialized. So the 5 million is something that happened. That's why I've mentioned it.
Yes, but you remember the question wanted you to explain the nature of your relationship with him, and I say your response to 2.5.2 is absolutely devoid of that. You're not saying anything about the relationship you have with Mr. Motsumi. All you are informing the commission is that you know him because he loaned 5 million to one of your companies.
I said it's a business relationship, Advocate Silo.
Okay. Also, you have a business relationship
It's a business relationship, yes.
Okay. Now, does this business relationship center specifically around this 5 million rand loan, or is it beyond the 5 million?
The 5 million is what happened, and the other business transactions never business dealings never materialized.
So you consider possible ventures where you could both participate, and you're saying that they just never materialized?
Yes.
So it is an ongoing business relationship, and should an opportunity present itself, chances are that you'll both take it.
Of course, yes.
So it's a long-standing business relationship that you have.
Long-standing, can you please clarify that?
This relationship didn't start same time last year.
Of course, yes.
Okay, it's longer than that.
Yes.
How long?
After the wedding of Mr. Msibi.
And when was that? Can you give us a timeline?
The wedding was in 2022. I don't remember the month, but it was 2022.
Okay. And was that your first encounter?
No, it was not the first encounter. I saw him before, but it's not the first encounter that I met him, but it's the first encounter that I've been close to and sit on the same table with him.
So you met at the wedding?
I met him before. I'm saying at the wedding, after the wedding, that's when maybe I'll say, because we spent a lot of time sitting on the same table together.
Okay.
That's when I got to know him better.
And you say this is in 2022?
Yes, the wedding.
And we know that, and I think we discussed this last time you appeared on the 21st. The 5 million loan you reference here is for Medicare.
Yes.
Yeah. And that was presumably after the award of that contract to you.
No, it's before the award.
Before the award?
Yes.
So he invested before the award?
He invested, the Medicare is a company, not the Medicare contract with subs.
Okay. So when then was this 5 million rand investment in Medicare?
2024.
2024?
Yes.
Around the same time that...
I think early 2024, yes.
Okay.
Because,
And...
okay, this fine.
Okay. No, you wanted to add, please, sorry.
No, I wanted to, I was reminding myself that it was just after the funeral of Mr. Msibi.
Okay. And that would still be 2024, early 2024, having reminded yourself?
Yes, yes.
Okay. You had said it was I think on the 21st, said it was a written agreement.
Say that again?
You said it was a written agreement.
Oh, of course, yes, yes.
And you had undertaken to provide the commission with a copy.
Yes, I did.
And we are not in possession of one yet, or receipt of one. Are you able to assist?
Yes, I asked my counsel to get it for me.
Maybe I can just assist, it is correct. And I think I've indicated to my learned friend too that we have reached out to endeavour to get this agreement. It's apparently, there was an attorney involved, but the person that was going to deal with it, the attorneys involved was not available to put it the other way around, sorry. Mr. Motsumi was not available apparently to give formal instructions to the attorneys to hand it over. I understand he's currently back in the country and that could happen. We have endeavoured to do that, but I undertake to again do a follow-up today to ensure that the written agreement is valid, because apparently it's with an attorney, as I said.
Noted.
Oh, I just wanted to say thank you, Ms. Van den Heever. Yes, yes.
Yes, apologies for that, Chair. I was going to thank Ms. Van den Heever.
Sorry, Advocate Silo.
Yes.
Just to clarify this, I do not think it's an acknowledgement of debt. It's not a loan agreement. It's an acknowledgement of that loan.
Oh, so all along we have referred to it as a loan agreement. You recall on the 21st, we actually drew a distinction between the loan you received by you, I mean one of your companies, I think Medicare, from Mr. Karim, and the loan received from Mr. Motsumi or one of his companies. We drew that distinction, and we were made to understand by yourself that the loan with Mr. Karim was on a handshake and didn't have a loan agreement, a written loan agreement, and you specifically mentioned that this one had a loan agreement. So have we been wrong all along to call that document an agreement?
I've been wrong, Advocate Silo. I just remembered that it's an agreement. It's not a loan agreement. I'm the one who was wrong.
So similarly, with this loan of 5 million, there was no loan agreement, and therefore, do you recall what the terms of the loan were? Because I wouldn't expect to find such detail in the acknowledgement of debt.
I think they are there. I'm not sure. I don't remember on top of my head, but I don't, because earlier I explained that I don't remember the terms, but we should find them in the acknowledgement of debt, I think.
The terms of the...
Yes, I think they are there.
Okay. And to your recollection, what were they, over what period was this loan repayable?
Oh, I think within 12 months, if I'm not wrong.
12 months.
If I'm not wrong.
Okay. But it was a relatively short period. And you indicate, so before that, the document then we must that Ms. van der Heever references, is she referencing the loan agreement that she says will be obtained from Mr. Motsumi, or is she referencing the acknowledgement of debt?
Yes, it's an acknowledgement of debt.
So there is no written loan agreement?
Not, yes, yeah.
Okay. And on the 21st, when you were giving your narrative, you indicated that this loan has been repaid?
Yes, it is.
In full?
Yes.
Okay. And if it was in 2024, then it would have been repaid by, you said early 24, by early 2025, it was fully repaid?
Yes, in 2025, but yes.
Now, having then met Mr. Motsumi at the, no, not met, if I understand you correctly, you engaged with him at the wedding of Mr. Msibi, and that's when a relationship between the two of you started. Is that a fair assessment?
At the wedding.
At the wedding, yes. Now, are you able to characterize in a, however many words you can, the nature of that relationship?
At the wedding.
No, the relationship that you developed with Mr. Motsumi.
I said it was a business relationship.
Strictly business, no friendship, no.
No, not friendship, but what would I say? Because last time I said strictly business. Not strictly business, yes. Not strictly business.
Okay, business including?
I'm saying not strictly business.
Yes, because your emphasis
Yes.
is on strictly. So there is a touch of business, but then including other kind of relationship that is not business. And I want to get a sense of what?
Maybe security.
Ms. van der Heever, please switch off your mic because it keeps... That's fine. Mr. Matlala, did you socialize with Mr. Motsumi? Did you go out to lunch together? Did you have dinners? Did he visit your house? Did you visit his house?
No, he never visited my house.
Did you go to lunches together?
No, we never went to lunch, but at some point I remember he was having lunch somewhere, and then I wanted to meet him, and he was having lunch, and I got the incentive, some incentive,
And
yes.
did you bike together or ride together or drive sports cars together?
He don't ride bikes, Mr. Motsumi. I don't think.
What did you do together? We're trying to get to what was the nature of the relationship. What did you do together?
You know, I'm opening this relationship because last time I confined myself, I said business only, and then find there's something else. Like, doing together is not much. Like, maybe if there is something that has to do with business, I will meet with him. So that's why I was referencing it as a business relationship.
So you met with him from time to time to
Yes.
discuss business opportunities?
Yes.
In fact, I was going to add to Commissioner Khumalo's list to see if he went horse riding, and I guess none of those. This is a relationship starting in 2022. Can you give us a sense of the nature of business ventures you considered? What types of business did you consider? Both of you?
Not considered. I said the first business that I've proposed to him is this one of Medicare.
Yes.
Yes.
So you say the first, that would suggest there is a second.
No, there's no second.
Okay, so what other business interests did you discuss? Or do you discuss? Not let me say did, because I shouldn't assume the relationship has ended. So what other business interests do you discuss as business?
I will give you an example, not business between myself and him, but if there is someone who's looking maybe for VIP protection, he will refer them to me. So I will say it's business, but it was not between myself and him.
Okay.
Yes.
So he would then seek to assist you to develop your own business, like the VIP protection business?
Not assist, because I didn't want to have clients, but I was very selective who do I render services to. But because of him, and he will know that maybe, I will say, if his friend maybe needs a VIP protection, then he will refer them to me.
And you didn't discuss any business to benefit him in turn?
Business to benefit him?
Benefit him, because what you are referencing now would be engagements that would benefit your business by giving you referrals. Any business to benefit him?
Yes, there was a proposal of investment of, I think it was 20 million, which he was going to benefit in terms of profits. But this is the business that I said it never materialized.
What was the business about? What did it involve?
The subcontractor.
The subcontractor, are we talking about Medicare?
Yes.
And what do you mean about, I thought it was 5 million, you referenced 20 now.
Advocacy law, I said 5 million was not for the subcontract.
You said, yeah, for Medicare?
Yes.
Okay. So you say the
And
20
then the
million?
20 million was, yes. I needed extra money for Medicare subcontract.
Okay. Specifically now for that subcontract?
Yes.
Sorry, maybe I was confused. You say the 5 million was to acquire the Medicare 24 or to start it?
No, Commissioner. I said the first 5 million, I think this morning I said it, the first 5 million was when the first time I had a lease agreement with Public Works for the hospital that was in Pretoria West College.
Yes.
So I wanted to renovate that hospital. That 5 million was for that.
I got you.
Yes.
So it had nothing to do with the tender?
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Okay, I think I have a sense, perhaps then, of your relationship. Just to a question Commissioner Khumalo asked you, remember the examples he gave you, whether you went speedboating together, riding sports cars. He asked whether you visited each other, and you said he had never visited you. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Have you had occasion to visit him?
Yes.
And was it still in pursuit of these business interests, or were you visiting as a friend?
It was business, yes.
It was
Yes, yeah.
business?
Yes.
I take it to discuss your VIP protection referrals, and so far what we have is the 20 million investment in the subcontract.
It's the 20 million investment, not even the VIP protection. It was for...
Okay.
Yes.
I would like then to, the file that you still have open, it's file 1. Remember, the same file we're looking at when we were dealing with Mr. Msibi's, with chats with Mr. Msibi. I'm still in the same file. This time, I would like to refer us to page 56 of that file. That's under tab CJC 307. So we know that you were awarded the subcontract in April 2024, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And you have clarified that the 5 million was not to service that contract.
Yes.
What funds did Medicare have at the time to service the contract before you started invoicing subs?
I think I choose not to answer that question because it's an ongoing investigation. That one is a case that is before court.
Okay. So you did have funds?
No, I don't want to comment on that. Advocacy law.
Okay. I had invited us to page 56. Ignore the number below. It's a reproduction from another file. Now, If I refer us to, let's stay at 56. The chats here are that we've put up from the 11th of December 2024. If regard is head to the first chat there at page 56, that's what I'm engaging you on. You confirm that?
Yes, I confirm.
Now, commissioners, just to check about the filing, you should have file 1.1. Mine is marked 1.1.
And what's it written besides the 1.1?
I think the shocker is you are only about to be in possession thereof, Chair.
Ms. Van den Heever, do you have yours?
Sorry, Chairperson, when it should be on, it's not on, and when it should be off, it's on. So we've got file 1.1, I'm sure we're at the same place.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And in fact, Ms. Boy is commenting here that we appear in this particular hearing to have an obsession with one. So everything is file 1 or file 1.